Hi, thank you for tuning in. My name is Dan. This is Engelgeist, my channel. Thank you for watching. This is the daily tarot reading / energetic forecast for Thursday, November 7th for the collective. So this is a broad spectrum reading, just kind of letting you know sort of what the energy is going to be like for the day, what you might want to be focused on, where you might want to, put your attention or your intention, things you may want to ponder, experiences you might experience, that sort of thing for all of those that are watching for Thursday, November 7th, 2019. If you like these videos, please give them a like, share, comment, subscribe. If you choose to subscribe, please hit the bell so you're notified when I put up new videos or when I go live. I do go live for charm readings and things like that. This Wednesday, I have to let you guys know I am out of town. That's why these are not coming on live in the morning. They're being pre-taped. Because I'll be traveling, but normally on Wednesdays and Friday nights, 7:30 Central Standard Time, I do charm divination readings, and so you can catch me live then or during the morning forecast at home. So let's see what's in store for us for Thursday the 7th. Interesting. Back to the cups energy. This has been a week of all cups and cups and wands back and forth. It's really interesting to me. I can't seem to get out of the cups or the wands with this deck, which is fine with me because it sort of kind of affirms what the Sunday reading was all about, which was sort of this balancing of our sort of spiritual knowledge in the Sage card and sort of really owning that in the beginning of the week, going through the midweek, sort of maybe being in our emotions and mastering them, or getting at least to what the card was, I believe, the Spirit of Cups, which is similar to the King of Cups or the equivalent of the King of Cups. This is the Heart of Cups, which I want to see. This is, I think, let me see here. Oh, this is like the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Wow. Okay, so what I said about the King of Cups was sort of how these cards, when I look at them, the court cards that are these whales, they're really noble to me. And when I look at this, I told a story in the Sunday broadcast about my connection to sort of whales and how they sort of are the biggest mammals of the sea, and they're these giants, right? They're these behemoth sort of. You would expect them to be monsters, but they're actually some of the most peaceful animals in the world. They're some of the biggest mammals on the planet. They are the biggest mammal on the planet, and yet they're still very peaceful. And I believe this is the sign. I just noticed there's a symbol here. It looks for Pisces. It's swimming in both directions. But what I like about this is all of the starfish around her. It's almost like a crown around her. And to me, the star in my charm divination readings, I have a starfish that represents sort of like the star card. And so when I see this is really about shining in our emotions. When I look at all these starfish around us, we're going to attract the attention also. I'm hearing now that some of this is like these stars are representative of people around us, that we're attracting that attention. We may have hit that sort of King of Cups energy or the Spirit of Cups as it's referred to in this deck, energy by midweek. That was our Sunday card. This is definitely sort of confirming that this day on Thursday, we should be feeling rather sort of settled in that energy, feeling like we're owning it, really sort of from an emotional place. This also being the Queen of Cups, to me, that's a more feminine symbol, so it says to me it's more intuitive, more deeply peaceful, calm, at ease. So I like the feeling of this card coming in on Thursday, which says to me, now it's this energy is really setting in where we are becoming one with our emotional intelligence, our emotional awareness, and owning it, right? Owning it and wearing it maybe like a crown, like these sort of stars, shining it out into the world and letting our sort of emotions be whatever they need to be in the given moment and being grateful for them. Even if we're maybe not feeling so awesome or so great. I believe yesterday we had that storm card, but there was an opportunity to grow through that storm with the Four of Wands, right? Which was represented in with those two sunflowers. We were completely protected during that storm by those wands. So we have the spiritual strength. We've been working on the spiritual strength, and we're heading towards that from Sunday's reading with the Three of Wands. This Queen of Cups, or this Heart of Cups. And I also love that this is called the Heart of Cups. You know, like, I don't know. I just think that's sort of beautiful that she named the feminine counterpart the heart. The queens are named the hearts. So to me, it's really like owning our emotions, wearing them proudly like a crown that adorn us, and then we also attract the attention of others. Or I kind of feel like these starfish are giving me a dual meaning. Not only do they appear as if like a crown or an illumination around her, but they also appear as though like the attention of others around her is kind of wanting to cling to her and figure out, wow, how does she do it? Maybe it's Maybelline. But you know, sort of like that. It's just, she feels adorned and loved and appreciated for who she is, you know, not only for the peaceful creature that she is, but she's allowed to have her emotions and feels loved for them, for her sort of authentic emotional self. And I think that hopefully we will be feeling that this Thursday, or at least having opportunities where we feel like we get to shine, we get to wear our crown of stars, or attract the attention of others, where they show us sort of appreciation for how like how sort of, I don't know, like, I don't want to say adults, but you know, like how sort of like we have ownership, dominion over our emotional selves. We're at peace with our emotions and where we're at emotionally, and we accept it, like all of it, good, bad, and the good, the bad, the ugly, right? We don't necessarily have to throw it out there and affect others with it. We sort of own it from this place of just, it is who we are, and we accept it. People pick up on that, and it sort of emanates from us. That peace sort of will emanate from us and attract the attention of others. We might even be liberating others to experience that peace for themselves, or showing them that. Now, with the second deck here, we have the Magician. I love that. Now, this is an oracle deck, so I'm assuming, I don't think that these cards are not numbered, as far as I know, and this is my first week working with them. But again, I'm going to say this. I love that this Magician card is here. He has, I instantly go to sort of like tarot meanings of the Magician, which is like all about creativity, and I think that this applies here. When I look at this sun here, we have, wow, I need to really go back and watch all these videos. I feel like this is that sun that's rising in the Three of Wands from Sunday, from the underpinning energy. This is the beginning of us bringing forth that light that we saw in the Three of Wands card at the end of the week Sunday video. You have to go back and watch it for it to make sense. But this is us starting to live in that magic, live in our emotional, be aware of where our emotions at, and sort of like rule over them like the queen would, and shine like the star that we are, adorn ourselves and love ourselves and attract that attention. From that attention, we start to use that emotional awareness, that emotional intelligence, and we start to create from that place. We become one with our environment, right? I love how this Magician is standing here with the infinity symbol over their head, close to nature, with the sun, empowered by the sun, sort of emanating light and creating magic, and really drawing their sort of wand or their staff up into the air and being like, you know, this is what I want, this is what I'm creating, this is how it is to be. And again, to infinity and beyond. I keep hearing Buzz Lightyear this week. I don't know why. quoted that in yesterday's reading too, and again we have the infinity symbol. I'm hearing it again, but I mean, really, I think the thought behind that is, or maybe Spirit is trying to pass on to you guys, is that our potential is limitless. Like mic drop. Like let's just feel that for a minute. Like I can actually feel that. Like it makes me want to cry. Our potential is limitless if we really become aware of that, and we own that from an emotional state or from an emotional place. We can love ourselves and we can be emotional beings and like sort of and still be at peace even if our emotions aren't perfect. We can sort of get ourselves to a place where we're at least in acceptance of ourselves and cherish ourselves, and then allow others to cherish us too. And when we do that, we begin to create. And I love this too. I have to point this out. You know how I was saying I feel like we're going back and forth between cups and wands, emotions and spirit, emotions and spirit. There's a wand here. So even though we have the cup represented in this beautiful card, we also have the wand here. So those energies are beginning to blend this Thursday. And that light that we saw in that Three of Wands, that balance and that sort of, and the energy of the sun, the power of the sun is being harnessed and starting to be brought forth, leading into this weekend to lead out the week's end. The forecast for the end of this week. Let me pull a grounding stone really quick. It's so strange doing these back to back like this because I'll be traveling, so it's really kind of interesting. I feel a little disconnected, like it feels sort of strange to me. So the grounding stone is on obsidian, and the word is enjoy. So I think that what this stone is telling us is to enjoy this creation, enjoy the opportunity to feel our emotions, enjoy the opportunity, even if we're not feeling good, guys, go ahead and feel it and own it and allow yourself that. Give yourself, like this is the Heart of Cups, right? Give yourself that opportunity to be in your heart space, and if you need to take care of yourself or nurture yourself a little bit extra if you're not feeling so good, that's okay, to get yourself to this place of enjoying this experience, because this experience really is, if you think about it, all about the feeling of the emotions and the creation of the experience, right? And where we choose to put our attention and our intentions is really the experience that we are ultimately creating. And so we can utilize that awareness to be like the magician and like the Heart of Cups, and sort of embrace all aspects of our emotional selves and all creative aspects of ourselves, and enjoy that and have fun with that, play with that energy, and kind of roll with it, so to speak. Let it sort of play in it and see what that brings forth today. Today would be a good day to do that. This Thursday is enjoy yourself, ground in that enjoy, ground in the idea of like loving yourself and allowing yourself to just feel good, feel like a queen, or like royalty, and also feel the creative energy of the magician. Feel at one with your environment. Connect with the environment around you, and utilize that magic and that good feeling of this. If we're grounding in this idea of enjoying the day, ground in that and create from there and watch what happens. And I think that good things will come to you today. Certainly, I would say a step up in your emotional growth and spiritual growth is taking place. If you're paying attention to these readings and you're looking for the opportunities and you're utilizing them, even if they're small opportunities, if you're utilizing them as chances to get closer to your emotional self or your spiritual self, and enjoy those aspects of yourself and embracing them for what they are, you will have that Three of Wands card that we saw, that balance and that sort of stability and the brightness of the sun shining forth out into the world by the week's end. All right, I'm going to leave you guys with this as your Thursday reading. Thank you for bearing with me, and I will see you hopefully live soon. Take care and have a great day. Like, share, follow, subscribe, guys. Bye.